Hi guys, today we are going to take a look at how LiveGood is different from other MLMs. LiveGood is revolutionizing networking, changing the basic model. So there's no other company like it that we know of. So we're going to take a brief look at a number of the ways that they're different, how they've changed the model, and I hope you're as excited as I am when you finish this, because there are some really fundamental differences that make it a whole lot more palatable. I've been excited about network marketing for a long time. I've also sworn off of it a number of times because there were things that just didn't work for me. So before I get totally into that, let me give you a little bit about who I am. Dr. Hale Pringle. I am not a medical doctor, not an economist, not a financial expert. I'm not giving financial advice to anybody. What I am and have been is a researcher, a systems analyst, an entrepreneur, program developer, software developer, consultant, all kinds of things over the years because I've been around the barn a couple of times. But part of what I've been doing is doing systems analysis on network marketing companies, evaluating passive income opportunities, and network marketing is definitely one of those that comes up. But as I've looked at it, I have not been real happy with the results, but that's changing right now. So let's take a look at how the traditional MLM stacks up against LiveGood. Now, I'm going to give them charismatic leaders. Virtually every company has charismatic leaders. They wouldn't be successful at all. I'm also going to give them as a solid company because I don't have a really good way other than longevity to evaluate how solid a company is, because I'm not an economist, cannot get into what do their bank statements look like, what is their, a lot of them are privately owned, so the information is not even available. Even longevity is not working these days. Nobody saw the COVID coming, and a number of major companies went under in the last few years. Companies that have been around for years. Others have had to change their comp plans because they just weren't making enough money to keep the doors open. So we're going to give them that, whether we should or not. But let's look at the other kinds of things. Now, we got into this for money. That was the main reason. When I looked at this in the early 80s, I wanted to make some more money. Then I got into and saw the residual passive income. Now, I was very much in the employee, the whole 9 yards, get a good education, get a good job, everything will take care of itself. Was not happy with the income. I was working for a major university, but there wasn't going to be any additional money other than consulting, which meant my weekends, my evenings were shot, and the only way to make more money was to use more hours or to get more specialized and find more specialized clients. So got really interested in the residual passive income that MLMs tell us about. The sentence still resonates with me. How much did you make in the first year? Oh, I don't know. I'm still making money from what I did in the first year. That type of do the work once, work hard for a while, and then have the money come in resonates with a lot of us. That's why we're looking at passive income. That's why we're interested in passive residual income. Quality products, almost all of them have quality products. That's kind of a given. You can't get along. Now, I will say that some of them have products they're trying to convince people they need. I grew up not needing, never hearing about essential oils. So when they tell me I gotta have essential oils, let's see, my mother and dad didn't mention it. My high school didn't mention it. My college didn't, 3 times didn't mention it. The Army didn't mention it. None of them. Oh, okay. That and some of the antioxidants. I never woke up in the morning saying, gotta find a better antioxidant today. So some of the products, while they're super high quality, and they are needed, they don't ring the bell of, I gotta get some of that. For most people, at least that's my impression. They asked for time instead of money, because most of us got in because we needed money. If we'd had multi-million dollars to invest in rental properties or stocks and bonds, we wouldn't have been doing network marketing. We'd have been spending our time there. Training, Robert Kiyosaki said, who's well known in this area, join an MLM. You won't make a whole lot of money, but you get some excellent free training. And I have to admit, I did get a lot of training over the years. Now let's look at LiveGood. They make money? Yes. Is it passive residual? Yes. There are some differences. I'll get into that in just a minute. They have quality products? Absolutely. Do they ask you to invest time? Yes. You can. You don't have to. Talk about that in a minute too. And training. Oh yeah, they get training. Now, let's look at how things are different. Only 1% makes serious money in the MLMs. That, a lot of us said, well, I'll be one of those 1%. I'll work harder. I'll be more self-motivated. I'll go to more meetings. I'll be one of those 1%. Now, LiveGood, virtually 100%, almost everyone makes money. Again, I can't, disclaimer, past experience, past results don't predict the future. I can't guarantee this. There are no guarantees. I'm telling you what it seems to me to be true, that if people get in, there's $50 to get in, $49.95, $10 a month, and within some type of a year, 2 years, depends if you're active or the people above you are active, the company will be paying the $10. Because I made money the first week, enough that I wouldn't have to pay the $10 for a year and a half. So, but it's much closer to 100% than the 1% is, by far. The quality products, yeah, they have quality product. The prices are often very high because the traditional model takes the product, takes the base cost of goods, and adds money on top of it. That's the money that's used to pay the commissions, to pay the upline. And that means that prices can get higher and higher. LiveGood has basically the same quality as far as we can tell. They look to be the same. The reviews say they're the same, but the products are rock bottom inexpensive because they are not putting the commission on top of the price. The commission's coming out of the $10 a month membership fee. And you kind of wonder how that can be. Well, when you're getting $10 straight, that's the equivalent of having to sell $1,000, because the actual profit by the time you've cost of goods, cost of delivery, cost of advertising, cost of training, all the things that add up. And that's why when you're a consultant, you go into a company, the first things you do is you look at accounts receivable, because that's 100% bottom line money. LiveGood's probably, I mean, I'll give you one example. There's a CBD that I was selling in another company for over $100. That's $26. The one that was $80 and $70 on $60, $18. There's men and women's vitamins, $10. Complete greens, $18. Complete reds, $18. Magnesium, I think it was this $18. So the prices are way down, much lower. Prices are something you can point to somebody. I mean, there's several people that I have been contacting who needed CBDs and wanted CBDs but couldn't afford them, who are looking at this saying, oh, I can afford that. So there's a totally different model in terms of, we're not talking about trying to tell somebody, buy this product. Yes, it's expensive, but it's better than anybody else's. Trading time for money, it got, for me, out of hand in terms of going to national conventions, regional conventions, Saturday meetings, house meetings, spending a lot of time. And we're also trading dollars because the auto ships were usually high, and you realize that you are the customer for the upline, and they press keep the auto ship going, because that's where the money's coming from, is from the downline, and the way to get more money is to get more downline, not more customers. The LiveGood, most of the meetings are online. They don't take near as much time. You don't have to go to them. It's not a, I mean, I remember how many times I went to house meetings and there to support the person, to show that there were people. Now, I didn't take anybody because I didn't have anybody to take. I'm an introvert. I don't meet a lot of people out, and I'm certainly not going to the mall to find somebody. And I'm not going to go to, I mean, that's in the next section, actually. There is no Autoship. There's the $10 membership. And the last one in the training, a lot of the training, all the ones I was in, the training was basically belly to belly, 3-foot rule, go to the mall, find somebody. The one that drove me the most nuts was, you know that shoe salesman isn't going to make it, but you'll get his list, so get him in. You mean get his hopes and dreams all up so that you can take his list? That's not me. That's feeling like a stalker. Don't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. And the more, then I'd quit. Sometimes it took me years, but then I'd quit. So the training for LiveGood is mostly social media. We learn LinkedIn, we learn Facebook, we learn, some people are doing TikTok and Instagram. I'm doing YouTube here, obviously. These are the modern ways that we contact people, not the belly to belly. So, part of what I realized for myself is some of the success that I did not have was because I didn't really believe. Because when I believe, you can tell it. And when I don't believe, you can tell it. And I really got to the point I just didn't believe in the model. I didn't believe in, as I said earlier, in getting somebody's hopes up when I'm really pretty sure they're not going to make it. So they're going to take time and money and energy and dreams, and I'm part of smashing those. No, thank you. Will Rogers talked about it in terms of be successful. You need to know what you're doing, and that's always true. You need to spend some time and energy figuring out what this program is. Even LiveGood, you need to spend a little bit of time looking at it. You love what you're doing. I love helping people, so the model helps me do that. I mean, we're spending time finding folks in India and the Philippines and Nigeria and some of the other countries that really need something like this and can't afford most of the traditional MLMs. They group together, and a whole village sometimes will get together in order to pay Autoship. Well, $10 is a whole lot easier than $180 a month, whatever. But bottom line for him was you had to believe, and you really had to believe in what you're doing to be successful. Now, there are folks who can believe in anything, or they look like they believe. I'm not one of those people. But it's not enough just to believe. We are, I believe, at the right place at the right time. But it's not enough. You've got to recognize you're there, and then you got to take action. Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, that was his statement. You know, it wasn't enough. You had to recognize the opportunity and then take action. Bill Gates had almost exactly the same statement. A lot of other people were at the same place at the same time he was, but he recognized and took action. So, it's time for you to take action. So, are you interested? This is something that's different. If you're looking for a network marketing company where everybody wins, there's no auto-ship, there are no huge time commitments, that you're learning modern stuff, you found it. It's called LiveGood. You guys have a great day. Oh, hail yes. Okay, that's all for today. But I do want to repeat, LiveGood really is a no-brainer. It's inexpensive to get in, $50. There's no auto-ship. There is a $10 a month membership, and the program within a year or so for almost everybody pays for itself, so you're not even paying the $10. Everybody makes money. Products are outstanding and dirt cheap. Great program. Everybody wins. No-brainer. There's a link down below this video that's clickable. It's the link that's on the screen, where you can see the CEO in about 7 minutes describe what he was thinking when he redesigned network marketing completely. So most of the things that annoyed us and made us leave the company we were in are taken care of. So, incredible company. Need to be taking a look at it because it can make a real difference.